Okay, we're back here at Salisbury High School, about ready to start the third quarter. The Lancaster Lightning, I don't know if I can say it's a surprise, because this looks like a pretty good team out here. They lead Lehigh Valley Storm by a score of 22-9. Just to quickly recap what's been happening, it all began with a 60-yard interception return for a touchdown in Sean Alexander, a little more than 2 minutes in. Bobby Eppelman kicked a 26-yard field goal to make it 7-3, and then at the end of the first quarter, a 24-yard touchdown pass from E.J. Nemeth to Ray Lewis, one of two touchdowns that he caught in the first half. That was from 24 yards out, and a two-point conversion on end around made it 15-3 at quarter time. And then it was Sean Mayers, and I got the name correct, thankfully, from somebody at halftime. All right, second half about to get started, and it will be Lancaster's ball to begin the second half, moving from left to right. And of course, Sean Mayers had a 24-yard touchdown run. They muffed the extra point to make it 15-9, and then an 11-yard touchdown catch. E.J. Nemeth to Ray Lewis again, his second touchdown catch of the half, and that's why we're here 22-9 as the kickoff sails high and end over end, and I don't know why that Ivory Bradshaw wanted to run it out, but he decides to do the smart thing and take a touchback. Ivory Bradshaw fields in the end zone for a touchback. So Lancaster will start the second half, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Jimmy LeHue has thrown 2 interceptions also. Of course, as I said, one of them was returned for a pick six. So needless to say, a very, very difficult first half for a Storm team who hadn't allowed a point in about a month. They had scored 103 consecutive points via 3 games they played, 34-0, 63-0, and 6-0. And a little more than 2 minutes in, a pick six is thrown, and basically reality is set back in. So if the Electric City Charger game last week didn't maybe offside a kickoff, because the ball spot to 30, I just noticed that. Thank you for pointing that out. Evidently, the Storm were offside on the kickoff, so looks like they're going to be kicking off again, this time from the 30-yard line. I didn't even see that because I didn't see a flag down at all. So a phantom flag, not from the Opera, but from the bottom of the pits of Bethlehem. Oh boy. It's going to be one of those second halves. So Bobby Eppelman will approach the tee. Ivory Bradshaw and Keith Stokes back to return. And once again to kick off, there'll be Bradshaw, a returnable one this time from his 5. He'll take it to the right, cross the 10. He'll motor up to about the 20, miss tackle to about the 30, and spill down at about the 34-yard line. Good tackle that time. Looks like Bradley Davis that time, and Atam Ataya, I think. That was Ivory Bradshaw on the return to the 34-yard line. Brought down by Bradley Davis, and please forgive me on this name, Atam Ataya. Must be careful pronunciation. Lancaster ball to begin the second half, 1st and 10 from their 35. And so I got to be very careful on some of these pronunciations. If it comes out wrong, then you're really in for it. Under center, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff. Bouncing off a couple tackles is Eugene Goodman, crossing the 40 and getting to about the 43-yard line before Stephen Lewis ends up making the tackle. That was Eugene Goodman on the carry to the 43-yard line. Brought down by Stephen Lewis. Pickup of 8. It's 2nd and 2 for the Lightning at their own 43. And the key in this game right now, the Lightning have not turned the ball over yet, and Lehigh Valley's turned it over twice. Under center is Nemeth, and he throws a lateral to Keith Stokes, who crosses the 40, 45. Oh, and he's going to be brought back, but we're going to see where the forward progress is. That lateral to Keith Stokes. He was brought down by Jaron Elder. They do allow forward progress to the 45-yard line, so it is a first down for Lancaster. So 1st and 10 for the Lightning at their own 45-yard line. Okay, 1st and 10 for the 45. Here's a handoff. That looks like Webb that time, and he's going to be brought down maybe for a yard of the 46. That was DeAndre Webb on the carry to the 46-yard line, it looks like. Gain of 1. Whoever's for the grounds maintenance crew, please come to the press box level. Again, the maintenance supervisor, please come to the press level. Oh, wow. Now we have offsetting personal fouls, and it looks like there have been disqualifications on both sides. Oh, they butted each other in the head. And it looks like for the Storm, we had offsetting personal fouls after the play, but it is 2nd and 10 for the Lightning at the 45. And subsequent ejections, too. Nemeth in the shotgun between split backs, takes the snap. He's going back, he will throw, and a pass caught by Stokes. Stokes into Storm territory, crossing the 45 down to the 42. And Lewis again with the tackle, but not before another first down again at 13. That pass caught by Keith Stokes, brought down by Stephen Lewis. A 13-yard pickup and a first down for the Lightning in Storm territory now at the 42-yard line. Now, we've been told that it was Brandon Hawkins for the Storm that got disqualified, along with Percy Maple for the Lancaster Lightning, I believe. I'm not 100% sure because I may have the numbers completely wrong. But referee, Joe Davis, I'm sorry. Oh, that's a big loss. Here's a handoff, DeAndre Webb. Webb breaks a tackle, crosses 40 left side, and down to the 33. That's going to be another 9-yard pickup. That was DeAndre Webb on the carry. He was taken down by Brandon Hawkins. Oh, Joe Davis. Wow. That's going to be a big loss. So unfortunately, he gets disqualified, and all he can do is be a cheerleader now. It was a 10-yard pickup, so it's 1st and 10 for the Lightning at the Storm 32-yard line. So right now, the Storm, they're falling apart here. They need to make a stop on this drive, down 2 scores, and the Lightning are having their way. Back goes Nemeth, looking to pass again, throw a deep ball, flag down, the pass is knocked down, incomplete. It was intended for Ray Lewis, but there is a flag down, possibly in the area of holding. That pass incomplete, intended for Ray Lewis. We do have a flag down. An illegal man downfield against the Lightning. So it would not have mattered anyway, even if Ray Lewis had caught that ball, trying to make it his 3rd touchdown today, but a good defensive stop. And we'll see if they back it up 5 or just decline it and make it an incomplete pass. It's going to be a tough decision for the Storm here. We're about 4.5 minutes into this 3rd quarter, 22-9 in favor of the Lancaster Lightning. The 5-yard penalty will be accepted, so it is 1st and 15 for the Lightning at the Storm 37. And Nemeth, who in this first half was like 10 out of 12 with 2 touchdowns, he will snap and hand it off to, it looks like Webb, and Webb will try to get outside, cannot, is brought down to 36, a yard on that play. DeAndre Webb on the carry. He was brought down by Corey Worthy. Gain of only, looks like 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13 for the Lightning at the Storm 35. Opening drive of the second half for the Lightning, or actually for both teams in this contest. Lightning lead 22-9 over Storm. 2nd and 13 from the Storm 35. Nemeth in the shotgun, single set back to the left. They go, looks like 3 wide, slot to the right, and Stokes. Back goes Nemeth. He's looking. He's in the pocket. He's going to throw a deep one. He's looking for Lewis. And the pass is intercepted in the end zone. Stephen Lewis came down with it. And finally, the Storm get a turnover they need. And that pass intercepted in the end zone by Stephen Lewis. No, he did not return for a pick six or a return that time, but it's good enough for a touchback. And the Storm will get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. They're down 2 scores. Let's see if this sparks them. So finally an interception by Nemeth. I mean, he was almost infallible in the first half, but looks like the Storm really stepped up their defense that time. He was looking for Ray Lewis again for his 3rd touchdown a game, but Stephen Lewis came down with it in the end zone, and let's see what Jimmy LaHue and company will do. Okay, Storm ball, 1st and 10 from the 20. Thomas in motion to the left. LaHue will hand this one off, and it is Mayer. We'll get the name right, and he will get to maybe about the 23. That's about it. That was, and I'll get the pronunciation right, Sean Mayers on the carry. Pickup of 3 on the play. Actually, we'll say 4 to the 24. 2nd and 6. Storm at the 24-yard line. So Storm's first possession of the second half. Coming up with 9 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter, and the Storm down 22-9. Thomas in motion again. LaHue with a snap. Hand off to Mayers again. They'll sweep right. Crosses 25 and then collides at the 27-yard line. Sean Alexander with a stop, and not before another 3 for Mayers. Again, Sean Mayers on the carry. This time brought down by Sean Alexander. Another, we'll say, 3, maybe 4, we'll say. 3rd and 2 for the Storm at their own 28. And now, very important, 3rd and 2 for the Storm in the shotgun. They're going to go 4 wide, 3 to the left. Now Thomas in motion to the right again. Single set back to the left. LaHue with a snap. Inside, hand off to Mayer, and he will cross the 30, and he'll get the first down to 31. Sean Mayers again on the carry. A gain of 3, and that's a first down for the Storm. So the Storm at 1st and 10 for their own 31-yard line. And LaHue will be in the shotgun again. 4 receivers, 2 on each side this time. Mayer stands next to LaHue in the shotgun. Chris White this time in motion. LaHue with the snap. Another handoff to Mayer. He has a hole this time. Crosses the 35 and goes down to about the 36 before being brought down by Steven Johnson. Once more, Sean Mayers on the carry. Pickup of 5. Brought down by Steven Johnson. 2nd and 5 for the Storm at their own 36. Midway point here in the 3rd quarter, 22-9 in favor of the Lancaster Lightning. Thomas in motion on 2nd and 5 from the 36-yard line. LaHue with the snap, a handoff to Mayer, has a hole. He will cross to about the 39, maybe the 40. He's going to be a yard shy of a first down, looks like. Monotonous, isn't it? Sean Mayers again with a carry. Gets to just outside the 40-yard line. He gained 4. It'll be 3rd and a yard. Storm at their own 40-yard line. So this time the Storm decided to calm their fast break down a little bit and try and concentrate on the run game. Let's see if they go to Mayer one more time here. White in motion. 3rd and a yard from the 40. They fake it this time. LaHue. Oh, he tried to get around to the left, and he's got loose. 2 yards to the 38-yard line. Good penetration on the right side of defense by the Lancaster Lightning, and the Storm has been stopped. Jimmy LaHue keeps it and ends up losing 2 yards. Brought down by Brian Sanks. And a frustrated offense who could do no wrong 2 weeks ago against Capital City and it only basically did one scoring right in the second half last week. They must be a frustrated bunch. Bobby Eppelman to punt for the Storm. Ivory Bradshaw back for the Lightning to return. So Brandon Eppelman will be standing from the 25-yard line. I need a good snap here. Bradshaw will be standing about the 22. Takes a snap. A high punt. Backing up. And it looks like it'll be Stokes who catches about the 20-yard line. He will make his move. Cross the 25. That's all he gets. A good stop on special teams that time. Tay Abrams brought him down for about an 8-yard return. Good punt by Bobby Eppelman for 44 yards. Returned by Keith Stokes to the 25-yard line. Tay Abrams brought him down. So the Lightning will have the ball back 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now remember, last week, the Storm had their problems. Of course, they had that pick 6 to begin today's game. But last week, looking back at last week's game against Electric City, it appeared that the Storm were headed to another comfortable win after the Chargers had a terrible opening series. But a red zone interception foreshadowed what would have been a defensive and special team struggle throughout this game. And this game has been pretty much a little struggle in itself for the Storm. Oh, and here's a snap and a pass thrown down, incomplete. Nemeth, looks like the arm went forward. That pass was incomplete, thrown before the sack happened. So the official got ruled incomplete. Remember, the arm was going forward, so. 2nd and 10, the Lightning at their own 25-yard line. I didn't even see that first pass there as Nemeth was under a heck of a rush by the Storm defense. They haven't really pressured too much. They only have 1 sack in this game. 2nd and 10, back goes Nemeth. He has some time. He's going to throw a deep one left side. That pass is caught again. Ivory Bradshaw. And they say he's down to 30. I think they blew the whistle. Yes, they did. Ivory Bradshaw catches it for a gain of 45 yards. Another bomb by E.J. Nemeth. Boy, you can declare his independence. That's at least 3 40-yard strikes by Nemeth in this game. That pass caught beautifully by Ivory Bradshaw down to the Storm 30-yard line, a gain of 45 yards. 1st and 10 for the Lightning at the Storm 30. So again, Nemeth, who, I'll tell you what, gave proof through the night that the deep balls were still there. Well, Ivory Bradshaw certainly was. If I'm not going to go to Ray Lewis, I'll go to Ivory. And that pass was in perfect harmony. 1st and 10 to Storm 30-yard line. Nemeth takes a snap. Here's a handoff, and that is Webb, and Webb will squirm down to about the 26-yard line. DeAndre Webb on the carry that time. Brought down by Titus Bacon. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Lightning at the Storm 26. Remember, the only touchdown that the Storm had last week was Jimmy LeHugh's touchdown pass to Cornelius Lister. Today, it's been a shutout on the end of LeHugh. He hasn't even, thrown a touchdown pass. Threw 3 against Pittsburgh, threw 3 against Capital City. Here's the snap, and here's Nemeth. He's going to throw a deep ball right side for Stokes, and the pass is beautifully knocked away and incomplete. In double coverage, that was Jaron Elder and Stephen Lewis, and it was Lewis that deflected it away. That pass incomplete, intended for Keith Stokes. Knocked down by Stephen Lewis, also in coverage, Jaron Elder. Pretty big play coming up. 3rd and 6, Lightning at the Storm 26. So now on 3rd and 6, Lightning at the Storm 26-yard line, leading 22-9, and under 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Nemeth trying to place his people where he wants them. Here's the snap. Blitz is coming. Nemeth throws a screen. Oh, it's caught by Goodman. Slips out of a tackle. Crosses the 20 and is brought down to 16. Talk about quick decision making. Nemeth did it, and he was able to find Eugene Goodman for a 10-yard pickup and a big first down, putting the Lightning in the red zone. That pass caught by Eugene Goodman, and he gains 10 to the 16-yard line. That's another Lancaster first down as they're in the red zone. 1st and 10 for the Lightning at the Storm's 16. And right now it's not looking good for the Lehigh Valley Storm as the Lightning are in the red zone. Nemeth in the shotgun formation. Single setback is Goodman. Taking the snap. Looking. Has time. Throws to the left. Wide open. And in there. Welcome to the end zone is Ivory Bradshaw for a 16-yard strike. And the Lightning extend their lead. And that is a Lancaster score as Ivory Bradshaw catches a 16-yard touchdown pass from E.J. Nemeth. Nemeth's 3rd touchdown throw of this game. And after the Storm couldn't do anything off a turnover by the Lancaster Lightning, now Lehigh Valley's really up against it. With the extra point coming up, Keith Stokes looking to make this a 29-9 game. It's a 3-score game, but in order for the Storm to stay in it, they're going to need to score and score quickly. They're really going to have to play Chip Kelly, hurry up. Here's a high snap, kick on its way, and the kick is no good, wide to the left. So, as we are a little over 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, the Lancaster Lightning, an impressive performance so far. They lead the Lehigh Valley Storm by a count of 28-9. So this has not been a good performance by the Lehigh Valley Storm under any circumstances whatsoever. Remember, they got this game down to 15-9, but Lancaster has scored the last 13 points via the throw of the touchdown. So basically, the 4 scores that the Lancaster Lightning have had, 3 have been in the air and touchdown catches, and remember the 1 pick 6 that set everything up by Sean Alexander. A 60-yard pick 6 return, a little more than 2 minutes into this game. Lancaster has had the lead from the outset, and remember, it was Lehigh Valley who had the ball first to begin proceedings, and that pick 6 really has been a killer. As we resume to action here, Michael Thomas and Chris White back to return for the Storm. And right now the Storm are going to need to pull off some sort of a miracle, if you know what I mean, but looks like kicking off this time will be Archie Smith. He'll be the one approaching the tee for this one, it looks like. Whistle blows, and we're about to have some very fast break stuff. Here's the kickoff, dropped by Michael Thomas, who laterals to White. White will cross the 20 to about the 30 and go down to 34-yard line. Good penetration that time. Lou Brown and Gerard Daniels were the ones that brought him down. A lateral to Chris White. Returns the ball to the 35-yard line, it looks like. Brought down by Gerard Daniels and Lou Brown. First and 10 for the Storm. Ball spot to 34-yard line. All right, 1st and 10, Storm, with a minute 54 left in the 3rd quarter, down 28-9. Let's see what LeHue does. Thomas in motion. An inside handoff. That's Mayer. No, it's not Mayer. He'll grow around right side. He'll break a tackle to the 40 midfield. It is Mayer. I couldn't see it was 23 or 33. But we don't have a 33, so it's 23, and Mayer does it again. Sean Mayers this time with a carry. Gets himself into Lancaster territory with a gain of 18 yards to the 48. That's a first down for the Storm at the Lancaster 48-yard line. Sean Mayer's having a very good game on the ground, but it's going to take more than that. They can't abandon the passing game for the running game. These are not the New Jersey Pit Bulls, folks. In motion, Thomas on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff like he was going to run it himself. Nope. Lancaster read that beautifully, and Steven Johnson read beautifully for no gain. Jimmy LaHue kept it himself. Didn't gain anything. Brought down by his other 10 companion, Steven Johnson. Second and 10. Storm at the Lightning, 48. So 2nd and 10. Storm trying to drive. They're in Lightning territory to 48. Thomas in motion to the right. LaHue in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Inside handoff Mayer. He'll break a tackle. Somebody slips 45, 40, 35, 30 down to the 27-yard line. That's another 21 for Mayer. Sean Mayers again with a carry for 21 yards and a first down with a Storm. As we're in the waning moments of the third quarter, 1st and 10 now, the Storm at the Lightning 27. And let's see what they try and do. LaHue looks over everybody, clock winding 22 and counting here in the third quarter. Single set back to the left, 4 receivers, 2 on each side. LaHue takes a snap, stops, throws a slant, and threw it a little bit too early. Chris White, the intended receiver, and it's incomplete. That pass incomplete, intended for Chris White. It'll be 2nd and 10, the Storm at the Lightning 27-yard line. And remember, the Storm will be switching sides, I think, after this play. 2nd and 10. With the Storm down by 19, 28-9 to score right now. LaHue in the shotgun, Thomas in motion, pitch at the Mayers. Mayers will try and reverse gears. He does. He's going to be chased around, crossing the 30, and then, thrown down at the 28-yard line for a loss of a yard as the clock winds down to three-quarter time. That was Sean Mayers again with a carry, but he loses a yard to the 28 as we have hit three-quarter time here in Allentown. After 3, Lancaster 28, Lehigh Valley 9. But this game's not over yet. We got 15 more minutes. Well, this ain't far from over yet. Three-quarter time. The Lancaster Lightning 28, the Lehigh Valley Storm 9. The final quarter coming right up. All right, we are back here at Salisbury High School in Allentown. The Lehigh Valley Storm looking for a miracle here in the last 15 minutes. They've been behind the 8 ball all game long. They trail 28-9 to the Lancaster Lightning as we're about to start the fourth quarter. Okay, we're about to start the final quarter. 3rd and 10, Storm at the Lightning 27. And LaHue in the shotgun, he'll take the snap, he's looking, he'll throw it right, that pass, incomplete, a little underthrown. Agaman Moore just could not come up with it, and you know this is going to be 4-down territory here. That pass incomplete, intended for Agaman Moore. And the Storm now are faced with 4th and 10 at the Lightning 27. And they need to make this, otherwise this could very well be a toast game. Back goes LaHue. He's under a rush. He will throw, and the pass is tipped in the air and incomplete, again intended for Moore. He just couldn't come down with it. And once again, give Lancaster a lot of credit shutting down LaHue and the offense. And the Storm turn it over on downs. That pass again incomplete, might have been tipped in the direction of Moore. The Storm turned the ball over on downs, and Lancaster will get it 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. And now all Lancaster has to do really is run the clock out. Now, if I'm not mistaken, both teams, I think, have all 3 timeouts left, unless somebody used one early. We're not conceding yet because we've seen some strange things happen at the end of games. Nemeth in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Low snap. He's going to run it himself. There's a flag down. And a deep ball thrown out to Ivory. And he catches it at the 40, but this might come back. That pass caught on the run by Ivory Bradshaw. We do, however, have a flag down. In fact, 2 flags were down on that play. Possibly another illegal man downfield. It is holding against the Lightning, so that electrocutes a 33-yard pickup. Well, disintegrates might be the better word for it, but you know. But we have Storm and Lightning, so both teams have a little electricity in their names. I figure a bad attempt at a joke wouldn't be too bad. Following the 10-yard penalty, it'll be 1st and 20 for the Lightning at their own 17. Now, if the Storm cannot get them in 3 downs and 20 yards, then you might want to fire up the water wagon on this one. Nemeth in the shotgun. Oh, he loses a snap. He's got the fall on it at about the 10-yard line. So the Lightning are going backwards all of a sudden. E.J. Nemeth dropped the snap but falls on it at the 10-yard line. Another 7-yard loss, and suddenly the Lightning are going the wrong way. 2nd and the distance from Allentown to Lancaster, it seems. Translation, 2nd and 27, Lancaster at their own 10. I'm not here to really kind of put jokes into this, but you know, gotta try your best. All right, here we go. 2nd and a long way from the 10-yard line. Nemeth will take the snap, throw a lateral to Stokes. Stokes will race up on the far side, and he'll step out of bounds about the 16-yard line before Pablo Escobar, we haven't called his name today, able to make the push out. That lateral caught by Keith Stokes. He gets to the 16-yard line. Pushed out by Pablo Escobar. It'll be a pickup of 7, so 3rd and 20 now for the Lightning at the 17. That could almost be certain up 3 scores. What the Lightning need to do is call a smart play on 3rd down. Try not to go for the deep home run ball because that could be intercepted. They could just run up the middle and see how far they get before they punt. But let's see what happens on 3rd and 20 from the 17. Back goes Nemeth. He pump fakes. He's going to go for the deep ball. And the pass is over the head of the intended receiver, Ray Lewis, incomplete, who was rushing down the near side but in double coverage. But good pressure by the Storm defense to force an early throw. That pass incomplete, intended for Ray Lewis. Be interesting to see what the Lightning do as far as the punting is concerned. Keith Stokes has punted twice. Once he had to sweep around and punt. A bad snap here, and the Storm could be in business. It'll be Keith Stokes to punt. And Stephen Lewis back to return for the Storm. See what happens. Here's the snap, and Stokes gets it off. Lewis catches it at his own 49, breaks a tackle. He runs to the 45-40, has some room, to the 30. Look at this, to the 20, to the 10, the 5, will get to the end zone! Stephen Lewis, Painter, 51-yard punt return for a touchdown, and the Storm aren't dead yet. A 51-yard punt return by Stephen Lewis. And the Storm get on the board with just over 12 and a half minutes left. And we'll see what they decide to do on the 2-point, on the conversion. It's 28-15. Do you go for 2 here and try for an 8 and a 3 that's left? They would have to make both 2-point conversions in order for that to happen and give Appleman a chance at a game-tying field goal, provided they hold the Lightning off the scoreboard. I mean, Stephen Lewis broke a tackle as soon as he caught the ball, and there was nothing but a surrounding of black jerseys giving him a giant wall of protection. All he had to do was make one move inside the 10, and he was in. They will try the 2-point conversion, it looks like. And Jimmy LaHue looks like he's going pistolero here. He's in the shotgun, 4 receivers, takes the snap, he rolls around left looking, he will throw, it's caught! A 2-point conversion for Agamemore! The 2-point conversion, good as Agamemore brings it down. So this thing isn't over yet. Just over 12 and a half minutes left. Lancaster 28, Lehigh Valley 17. Now this crowd better get into it. So the special teams in Stephen Lewis, a 51-yard punt return for a touchdown, and then Jimmy LaHue 2-point conversion to Agamemore has made it 28-17. This thing isn't over yet. It's a 2-score game. Okay, back into action. This place has come alive as the Storm kicks off. Well, let's see what the Storm decide to do. It might be too risky to do an onside kick this early. Appleman approaches the ball. The Storm are offside in the kickoff. High and end over end, taken by Stokes right at the goal line. He will move near side, crossing the 10. He has a hole to the 20, to the 30, is slowed down, still can't go down, goes 35, and that's where he falls down. But there is a flag down as the Storm clearly were offside in the kickoff. Keeps Stokes on the return for the Lightning to the 35-yard line. We do have a flag down right as the kickoff happened. A formation foul on the kickoff against the Storm. Now, here's the interesting thing. Do they have to kick it off again, or do they add 5 yards to the end of the run? Because the kickoff happened, the flag went before the kickoff happened, so looks like the Storm will be kicking off again. Now, wait a minute. It's 5-yard penalty. Why are they spying it to 35? Following the 5-yard penalty, the kickoff will take place from the 30. So Bobby Eppelman is going to try and kick it off, but now the Lightning being told to pay a lot more attention to a possible onside kick. Let's see what happens. They still got Stokes and Bradshaw back for the Lightning to return. Eppelman slowly approaches and kicks it off in the direction of Stokes, and Stokes still will catch it about the 2. He will run to the far side of the 10, get to about the 20, and is slowed up and brought down at the 23-yard line. I don't know why the Lightning wanted to return again unless it was mandatory that they had to kick it off again. Keith Stokes again on the return for the Lightning, but this time only to the 24-yard line. So with a little over 12 minutes left in regulation, the Lightning have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. And this is why I tell people never say the game is over until there's triple zeros. Remember, there was a game 15 years ago at the old Texas Stadium where there was a high school team down by 25 points with 5 minutes left in their state championship game, and they scored 4 touchdowns in 4.5 minutes and took the lead, and then gave up a kickoff return for a touchdown to final play of the game and lost. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Here's Nemeth handing it off, and that looks like Goodman. Goodman crossing the 25 to the 30, down to the 31-yard line. That was Eugene Goodman on the carry, crossing the 30, probably about the 31-yard line. We'll say a gain of about 8 on the play. 2nd and 2 for the Lightning at the 31. And now the Lehigh Valley Storm really need to buckle down their defense here. They may have to blitz almost every play if they have to. Coming down to 11-15 and counting in regulation, 28-17. Lightning over the Storm, what has been an exciting game. Suddenly turning into an exciting game here. Nemeth under center. Another handle. That's Goodman. And he crosses up the middle to about the 34. That's going to be good enough for a first down. He needed 2. He got 3. That's Eugene Goodman on the carry again. Gets to the 34, and that's a first down for the Lightning. So 1st and 10 for the Lightning at their own 34-yard line. And I think the biggest thing the Lightning's trying to tell the Storm, you stop the run. Now, it's a 2-score game. One play can turn this whole thing around, folks. It's not over yet. 1st and 10 for the 34-yard line. Nemeth, the snap and the shotgun, takes it. He's going to throw deep. He's looking for Bradshaw. And the pass is knocked down, incomplete, and almost intercepted. Rodney Gilmore came out of nowhere to knock that ball down. That pass incomplete, intended for Ivory Bradshaw. Knocked down by Rodney Gilmore. I'm very surprised that the Lightning tried to go for the deep ball one more time. Both teams still have 3 timeouts left. We have 10:13 on the clock. And what has been a good game so far. And the Lancaster Lightning, this might be their first game of the year, but you know what? The RAFL may want to take notice about this one. Here on 2nd and 10, handoff. Eugene Goodman, big hole crossing the 40 midfield. Now, oh my, into Storm territory down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 23 on the play for Gilmore, and I mean, once again, shot out like a cannon. Eugene Goodman on the carry, and he really busted out for a gain of 23 to the Storm 43, and a first down for the Lightning. 1st and 10, Lightning now at the Storm 43-yard line. So we're coming up on 9.5 minutes left, and a new set of downs for the Lancaster Lightning. 1st and 10 from the 43 of the Storm. A lateral, and that did not quite work. DeAndre Webb was lucky he was able to grab that one. It was Tyler Affa that threw him down for a 4-yard loss. That was DeAndre Webb on the carry, and he was lucky to hang on to the ball. Brought down by Tyler Affa for a 4-yard loss to the 47. And that's where the Lightning have it, 2nd and 14. That's a big play by the Storm defense, and they need to dig in big time here. 2nd and 14. Lightning at the Storm 47-yard line. They'll go, looks like 3 receivers slot to the right this time. Single split backs. Handoff. Goodman, big hole this time. He will cross the 40 and go down to the 36. Actually, it's Webb, I beg your pardon. But he was able to get most of the yardage and gives him a good 3rd down chance. That's DeAndre Webb on the carry. Picks up 12 to the 35. Sets up a 3rd and 2 for the Lightning at the Storm 35. And right now you're looking at the play of the game right here. Coming up on 8 minutes till time. 28-17. Lightning over the Storm. Nemeth under center. He's had a heck of a game in this one. Storm showing blitz. Whoop! Somebody jump. Somebody jump. There's a flag down. And something tells me neutral zone infraction. If that's so, it's a free first down for the Lightning. Neutral zone infraction on the Storm. That gives the Lightning a first down. Following the 5-yard penalty, 1st and 10 for the Lightning at the Storm 30-yard line. And needless to say, that is a killer penalty. All right, Nemeth under center, 1st and 10. Hand off the Webb. Has the whole right side, but it closes quickly, and he only gets about the 28-yard line. That was DeAndre Webb on the carry. Brought down by Keenan Walls. Looks like a gain of maybe 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 for the Lightning at the Storm, 28. And the Lightning are doing what they needed to do, and everything's going to plan. The clock continues to run. 7:15 and counting, and leading by a score of 28-17. Nemeth in the shotgun between split backs. Takes a snap. Here's a handoff, and that's Goodman, who's slowed up and then brought down about the 26-yard line behind the back tackle by Carl Kreidler by another 2 yards, but at least gets it 3rd down. Eugene Goodman on the carry again. Brought down by Carl Kreidler. Another 2-yard pickup. And now the Lightning have 3rd and 6 from the Storm 26-yard line. And the clock continues to run. 6.5 and counting, and now the Lightning have a 3rd and 6. They may put this game away if they get this 1st down here. Nemeth in between split backs, 3rd and 6. Takes a snap in the shotgun, in the pocket, looking, throws one up the middle, intercepted! Intercepted! That is Randy Gilmore running the other way, crossing the 30 to 40, out of bounds to the 43! And the pass intercepted by Rodney Gilmore. And what a time for that interception. But we do have a flag down. There's a flag down. I think it came during the return. If the interception holds, that'll be the 2nd interception by Nemeth. There was a hold against the Lightning before the interception that is refused. So the Storm will have the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 43. And here we go. LaHue in the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the 43. Takes the snap. He's looking. He has some time. He will throw to right, and it's incomplete. Tay Abrams, the intended receiver, and good coverage that time by Lou Brown. That pass incomplete, intended for Tay Abrams. Lou Brown in coverage for the Lightning. 2nd and 10, Storm at their own 43. Now remember, both teams have all 3 of their timeouts. There's under 6 minutes still time. 5:56 according to the scoreboard. LaHue in the shotgun, single setback on 2nd and 10. From the 43, takes the snap. It'll be, I think, Mayers this time, and he will get to about the 45. No, Mayers on the sideline. That would be, DJ Brumfield to the 45. That was DJ Brumfield on the carry to the 46-yard line, a gain of 3. 3rd and 7 for the Storm at the 46. Immediately, Chris White comes in, and now the shotgun for LaHue on 3rd and 7 from their own 46. Here's the snap, no offside. LaHue throws one, and it's batted incomplete. Evidently, the defender for the Lightning got back just in the nick of time to prevent an offside. That pass incomplete and knocked down, so the Storm now 4th and 7 from the 46. Well, right now, right away, the Storm are up against it after getting the turnover. 4th and 7 from the 46. LaHue in the shotgun. 4 receivers, 3 to the right, single step back to the left. Back goes LaHue. He's looking. He's under a rush. Is he going to take off? No! Down he goes! He is sacked at the 42-yard line, and so much for the momentum. Jimmy LaHue is sacked on 4th down by Brad Harris. A 6-yard loss, and so much for momentum, folks. The Storm turned the ball over on downs, And the Lightning get it back. 1st and 10 at the Storm 42-yard line. And we thought that the Storm would have a chance, but then after that, well, a tough break for the Storm. I mean, they had momentum after the Gilmore interception, but unfortunately, they turned the ball over right away, and the Lightning are back in control, leading by 11, and 5:20 left. Official timeout so that everyone can be set. Nemeth, who's thrown 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in this one, now the official saying run the clock. We'd like to go home. The Storm doesn't have too many tricks left. Oh, here's the snap, and there's a handoff right at the last second. Looks like Goodman, who crosses the 40 down to the 38. That was Eugene Goodman on the carry. Was able to gain 3 to the 39-yard line. It looks like the Storm called timeout, didn't they? Looks like a timeout by the Storm. And that's their first timeout of the half. So the Lehigh Valley Storm, it's looking like right now they are kind of in a bad spot. Now they're going to have to use their timeouts to try and stay in this game and hope for another turnover. The only score in this final quarter was that 51-yard punt return for a touchdown by Stephen Lewis. Jimmy LaHue has been shut out in the touchdown passing department today.
Inside of you, when the sun goes down, as long as I'm gonna be around you, when the sun goes down, yeah.
All right, we spring back to action, 2nd and 6. Lightning at the Storm, 38-yard line. All right, Nemeth under center on 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Webb. Webb thrown down for a 6-yard loss, and emphatically by Carl Kreidler. DeAndre Webb on the carry, thrown down for a 6-yard loss by Carl Kreidler. And we have timeout, I believe, again by the Storm. Is that right? So now the Storm down to 1 timeout. And I wonder if they're going to hold their last timeout here. That's actually a loss of 7 as Webb just got thrown down. They're faced now with a 3rd and 13 from the 45-yard line. E.J. Nemeth, who's from Sacred Heart University, he's had a good game. He's thrown 3 touchdowns, 2 to Ray Lewis, 1 to Ivory Bradshaw. But he's also thrown 2 interceptions, both in this second half. 3rd and 13 for the Lightning at the Storm 45. And now Nemeth in the shotgun between split backs here. Takes the snap. He's under a rush, and down he goes! Carl Kreidler again! That is a Storm sack by Carl Kreidler. Sends the quarterback into his own territory. A loss of 10. And now the Lightning have 4th and a long way to go. Now the Storm, they're not going to use their last time out here. They're going to save it. Clock under 4.5 to play. At the moment, they at least have a flicker of hope. But they need to score, and they need to score fast. Even if they have to kick a field goal and then try for the onside kick to score a touchdown or 2 to tie this thing up. But I think what's happening is the Lightning, they're wasting all the time they can and then waiting to call a timeout. And that's exactly what's happening, I think. Yep. And now we have timeout by the Lightning. So it's not over yet. We're down to 3:59 left in regulation. The Lightning 28, the Storm 17. The Storm have been able to come up with a couple of turnovers in the second half, but they have not been able to produce any points out of it. And also give credit to the Lancaster Lightning defense, whom were able to wretch it up when they really needed to. And now they got Keith Stokes going to punt this one, and we'll see what Stephen Lewis will do. Stokes takes it, punts it. Lewis is nowhere near, and it goes out of bounds. That's a smart play, kicking away from Lewis. Keith Stokes with the punt, and he punts it out of bounds. And the ball be spotted at, it looks like the 35-yard line. So a 20-yard punt. Oh, there's a flag down, and it's against the Lightning. So here's the question. Do the Storm take it to 35 and tack the penalty on and get decent field position? Possibly an illegal player downfield on that play. So we're waiting to see how this plays out. The Storm discussing their options as to what they want to do. It is an illegal player downfield on the Lightning. It has been refused. I thought you could tack the 5 yards from the end of the play. But I guess not in this interleague friendly matchup. While we have a second, this copyrighted broadcast is being presented by authority of the Lehigh Valley Storm, courtesy of the RAFL and the GDFL, who have the right of approval to the announcers of this game. It's intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience and may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or disseminated in any form without express written consent. That includes all the accounts and descriptions given in today's game. The Storm and the Lightning would like to thank you for rumbling with us and for all your continued support. We're hoping you're enjoying this podcast. 1st and 10, Storm their own 35-yard line, like you in the shotgun again. We're down to 3:55 in regulation. Down 11. The Storm need to score now. Back loose to Hugh. He's looking. He's going to throw it to right. And right behind Agam and Moore, incomplete. That pass incomplete, intended for Agam and Moore. It'll be 2nd and 10. Storm at their own 35. Now, mind you, the Lightning have 2 timeouts left to the Storm's 1. Back goes LaHue on 2nd and 10. He's going to roll right, and the pass is caught. Nicely done at the 45, and stepping out of bounds on a tightrope is Michael Thomas. Let's see where they spot it. That pass caught by Michael Thomas. He's able to get to midfield, a 15-yard pickup, and first down for the Storm. And he did step out of bounds, too. Storm 1st and 10 to midfield stripe. And now LaHue in the shotgun. 1st and 10 in midfield. Low snap. He's going to roll left. Has some time. Looking. Throws left. Pass caught. That is Cornelius Lister, and he steps out of bounds. That pass caught by Cornelius Lister into Lightning territory at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6. 2nd and 4 for the Storm at the Lightning 44. Down to 3:39 left. Again, a shotgun. LaHue. 3 receivers, slot right this time. Back goes LaHue, rolling left. Has some time. Looking. Throws a strike. Oh, through the hands and incomplete. Chris White, the intended receiver. Lou Brown on coverage, and he may have gotten a piece of it at the last minute. That pass incomplete, intended for Chris White. Lou Brown on the coverage. 3rd and 6 for the Storm. Actually, 3rd and 4 for the Storm, rather. I'll get that right. At the Lightning 44. In the shotgun formation, LaHue takes the snap. 3rd and 4, looking in the pocket. Throws to the right and threw it to nobody. Incomplete. Agamemnon Moore, the intended receiver, but he was surrounded in triple coverage. That pass incomplete, intended for Agamemnon Moore. And now a defining moment here. 4th and 4, Storm at the Lightning 44-yard line. And mind you, they have one timeout left, so basically, this is the game right here. LaHue trying to get everybody in set. Michael Thomas a line up to the left, Moore to the right. It is 4th and 4 from the 44 of the Lightning. They need to make this or it's pretty much over. LaHue takes the snap, under a rush, look out, he's going to throw a deep one, he's got White, went through his hands, incomplete! He had beaten the defender down the near sideline, took a dive, and the ball went through his hands, and the Storm may have just electrocuted themselves. And that 4th down pass incomplete. Chris White, the intended receiver, just couldn't get a hold of it. So the Lightning will take over on downs. With 3:25 left, it is 1st and 10. Lightning at their own 44-yard line. And pretty much you could say that's the game here. And that was a flag down on the Storm?
No, Lightning.
On the Lightning?
Yeah.
But that was after the play.
Yeah.
There was a flag down, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Lightning, but it followed the play. It will still be Lightning ball, but a 15-yard penalty will be assessed. So 1st and 10 for the Lightning at their own 29-yard line. All right, well, 1st and 10 now. Lightning at their own 29-yard line. 3:25 to play following the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Nemeth under center, and now it's a matter of running the clock. Here's a handoff up the middle, and once again it looks like Goodman crossing the 35 down to the 37. Eugene Goodman on the carry. He picks up 8 to the 37-yard line, and it is 2nd and 2. So 2nd and 2 now. Lightning at the 37-yard line. Basically 2 first downs put the game on ice. Or if the Storm refused to use their last timeout. Nemeth with an inside handoff. That's Goodman. And Goodman maybe gets a yard to the 37, but I don't think he got much more of that. Eugene Goodman on the carry. Don't think he got anything that time. Maybe he lost a yard. 3rd and a short 3 for the Lightning at their own 36. Now we got some fireworks going on somewhere. Maybe it's the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, I don't know. Well, free fireworks after the game, even though this game's not over. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning. Just a quick reminder, everybody, next week, the Lehigh Valley Storm take on the Red City Outlaws. That game, remember, here at Salisbury High School is slated for a 4 o'clock kickoff. Again, 4 p.m. kickoff next Saturday, July the 6th. Remember, for ticket information and all the Storm information you need, go to lvstormfootball.com. And remember, this game will be podcast via YouTube, hopefully in the next couple of days. Remember, it's just the audio feed. It's not any video feed whatsoever. It's just me doing the podcasting. That's all. So we're down to 2 minutes left. Been an entertaining game. So 3rd and 2 is the count, or we're going to say 3rd, maybe 2.5. As we resume play, it is 3rd and about 2.5. the Lightning at their own 36-yard line. So basically a first down here and the game's over. Nemeth will quarterback draw, and he pushes the pile crossing the 40, and that's going to be it. Nemeth able to seal the game with that 4-yard run. E.J. Nemeth moves the pile himself and basically has put a cork in this one to the 42-yard line. A first down for Lancaster at their own 42. And basically, the Lightning can go into victory formation. Remember, this was a game that was scheduled just a couple of weeks ago as a fill-in game for the forfeit matchup against the New England Soul. But this pretty much has become white flag as Lancaster, as you see, to kneel down by Nemeth. And I think the Storm, what are they going to do? Call their last timeout here? We have timeout by the Storm. Remember, the other home date is a rematch against the Electric City Chargers on July the 13th. That kickoff is set for 7 o'clock in the p.m. So the next two home dates, both Saturdays, next Saturday against the Red City Outlaws, that's a 4 o'clock kickoff. The one on the 13th, the Electric City Charger game, the rematch from that 6-0 win from last week, that will take place here in Allentown, and that kickoff will be set for 7 o'clock. So again, 4 p.m. next week, 7 p.m. 2 weeks from now. Lightning have second and 11. And be set from the 41-yard line, and once again in victory formation is E.J. Nemeth, who I think is the game's most valuable player, and basically he can run it because the Storm can't stop the clock. Nemeth takes a knee. And now set up third down. And sitting down is Eugene Goodman. And I'll tell you what, give credit to the running backs. Goodman and DeAndre Webb. I mean, they're fast. So I think the RAFL is going to be looking at a pretty good team in the Lancaster Lightning when their season begins in a couple weeks. Victory formation again. Nemeth will take a knee, and that'll be it. Nemeth takes one more knee, and if what we saw today is indicative, I think the RAFL is going to have a good team on their hands when their season starts. Because, folks, that is the ball game. The final score in this one, the Lancaster Lightning 28, the Lehigh Valley Storm 17. Was an entertaining game tonight. Let's give all the players a nice round of applause. And again, this reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that next week the Lehigh Valley Storm will be here as they will play the Red City Outlaws in a league contest set again on July 6th. The special starting time is at 4 o'clock. Remember, here at Salisbury High School. Of course, I'll be here to provide all the action for you here for the Lehigh Valley Storm and, of course, the Gridiron Developmental Football League. Remember, to get all the information you need for the Lehigh Valley Storm, visit lvstormfootball.com. Again, the website, lvstormfootball.com. If you'd like to get a hold of me for any reason at all, remember, you can check me out, facebook.com/crazytom, twitter.com/crazytomshow, or, of course, send me an email, djkrayztom@comcast.net. Once again, the final score here from Salisbury High School, the Lancaster Lightning 28, the Lehigh Valley Storm 17. Thank you all very much for coming out for tonight's contest and supporting semi-pro football. Your DJ Crazy Tom signs off for now. Please drive home safely and also enjoy your July 4th holiday week. So there you have it, folks. I would say most valuable player for this one. I'm gonna have to say it's gonna be a wash. I'm gonna do co-MVPs. If it weren't for the 2 interceptions by Nemeth, I would have to say it'd be Nemeth altogether. But in all honesty, I'm going to give it to Nemeth and Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis, 2 touchdown catches. The other touchdown catch was, of course, by Ivory Bradshaw in the second half. So we'll just say that this one ends up being co-MVPs. And the Lancaster Lightning, they go to 1-0 on the season. The Storm, after winning 4 straight, you never underestimate a team. And tonight, I think they underestimated the Lancaster Lightning a little bit. By the way, providing the stats here, and I have to give the guy his due, and I apologize for not doing so, and go figure, I didn't have the paperwork in front of me to give the proper things. Rick Schmidt, who's the public relations coordinator, of course, the stat guy, he's the one that deals with all the stats, and of course, he will email me in the next day or two exactly what the deal is with all the stuff that's been going on. So, wanted to tell you, too, the head coach for the Lancaster Lightning, Myron Selby, he did a fantastic job game planning for the Storm. They may have only had maybe a little more than half the players that the Storm did, but this is a fast team, and they're going to wreak some havoc in the RAFL this year. And remember, this whole game started with that 60-yard pick six by Sean Alexander, and Lancaster Lightning did not look back. So once again, the final score, the Lancaster Lightning 28, the Lehigh Valley Storm 17. We'll do some post-game interviews right after this. And we need that Baltimore Raven guy over here. Okay, oh, he's a receiver. Okay. Well, I know you haven't retired, that's for sure. Let's come on here. We got to go and get a post-game in with you and with McHugh. A Nemeth, rather. What did I say McHugh for? Where's Nemeth? Without a shirt? Oh, boy. YouTube's going to love this. Can somebody hold this? Let me go ahead and start this up here.
I'm the only one around.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do. Watch your hand over the lens here. I may be able to flip this around. I think we'll be all right. Just keep it right here and bring you to it. Oh, who cares? There are going to be some people watching for sure. Yeah, right. Here we go. All right, crazy time here post-game for the Lancaster Lightnings. I wouldn't say surprising at all. 28-17 win over the Lehigh Valley Storm. They led from start to finish. Our co-MVPs of the game, quarterback E.J. Nemeth and Ray Lewis. Lewis, of course, who caught 2 touchdowns in the contest, and Nemeth, who threw for 3. E.J., what do you think was the difference in this game?
We got open. We caught the ball. And it's nice to have receivers get open, run good routes, catch the ball for me, and got enough time to make the throws, and we fought hard for it, and it's a good start.
I think it's a good start considering the league that you're going to be playing in a couple of weeks. What do you think was the difference, Ray, in regards to you being so open, especially for your 2 catches?
I mean, that's practice makes perfect, man. We get to practice, get your timing down, get training in. I mean, games are easy when you practice hard. That's about it.
Well, obviously you were playing against a Lehigh Valley team who had scored 103 consecutive points, and then, of course, Sean Alexander blew that whole thing up, and you basically led from start to finish. Do you think that was the kickstart you needed, or do you think the offense had enough? I'll go EJ on that one.
It's always great when the defense scores, but at the same time, I have confidence in my ability and the offense's ability to score. So regardless of that score, I still believe we would have won, but it's very nice to go in with a lead.
Well, it seems like even though you may have been outnumbered by the other team in Lehigh Valley, obviously one of the high-quality teams in the GDFL, obviously maybe do you think they were just overlooking you, or do you think that was a good first test, and we'll go Ray on that one?
Oh, everybody, being from Lancaster, nobody thinks they play football in Lancaster. So what we do, everybody overlooks us. So we always come in the underdog. That's what we think we are. So we're going to come out, and they're going to get our best shot every single time.
You think the Central Penn Piranha think you play football?
Nah, they don't. They don't at all, but they're going to learn.
Yeah, I had to joke. I'm sorry. Apologies to those people. They're a wonderful organization as it is. So do you feel this is more of a warm-up game, or is this one of those stepping stones as you're heading into your season, which technically begins for you in 2 weeks?
I think every game is important to go in and try to win, and obviously we came in here and won, and it doesn't matter who you're playing, you want to win the game. So to be able to win this game, if we win the next one, they say if you win 2, that's a winning streak. Mm-hmm. So start at 2, go to 3, and see where we can go from there. But it was a great team win. Defense played great. Special teams did well as well. And, Ray obviously played a hell of a game.
And I also think, Ray, too, your running backs, Goodman and Webb, I'll tell you what, they got some pretty darn good feet, and so do your other receivers and Stokes and, of course, the defensive backs. I mean, I'll tell you what, I had 2 broken ankles I ever tried that. But what do you think of your running backs in Webb and Goodman? Do you think it was more of an offensive line just taking control of the game?
Yeah, that's what it is. It starts up front. Everything starts up front. You want to start with your big horses up front, your line. And then what they do, they set the pace. Running backs, all they have to do is run behind them. That's it.
So one final question to both of you. As you head into your season, you obviously had a very good first test. But what happens from here? Is it a team going to be pulling together, or do you think you're going to be one of those that might surprise in the league? I mean, obviously I don't know much about you. I just friend requested you today on Facebook, so I wouldn't have a clue. But where do you go from here? I don't know if you have a week off and then the season starts, if you had another game coming up, but where do you go from here after a win like this?
Well, I don't play the game to lose, and I don't play to go out there and embarrass myself. So hopefully this is a stepping stone, and we're going out there and to win games. And obviously last year we didn't win a game, and people are probably looking at us like we're not much, and good for them.
You didn't win a game last year?
I don't believe so.
You don't have to say that anymore.
No. So
at least for this year.
So we got one under our belt, so hopefully we don't rest on this, and we work towards getting better.
Ray, same question to you.
Pretty much what he said. Hey, build on this one. We'll take it. We have a bye week next week. Then we go 2 weeks. We're in Baltimore, so we'll build from this one. Learn what we did wrong, what we did right. Build from this in 2 weeks and get in Baltimore.
You may not have 71,000 people watching you in 2 weeks' time, but I'll tell you what, that was an impressive first performance. So EJ and Ray, congratulations, and a great performance by both of you, and good luck the remainder of the season.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, Ray Lewis and EJ Nemeth, Ray the receiver, EJ the quarterback, as the Lancaster Lightning. I wouldn't say shocked, but they played a pretty darn good game. They defeat the Lehigh Valley Storm 28-17 here in Salisbury High School this evening. Bingo, got it. Thank you, I appreciate that. Wow, impressed. Oops. Right. I guess this must be Myron, the coach here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Myron, I'm Tom. Pleasure meeting you. I was the public address guy for the contest today. I got to tell you, very impressive performance by you guys. I mean, I'm not saying Lehigh Valley overlooked you at all, but I was surprised to learn from your players that you guys didn't win a game last year. And as I told them, you don't have to say that this year. Right. What do you think was the difference this year compared to last?
It has to do with discipline. Personnel is another key issue. We're rebuilding Lancaster. I was brought in to try to change the atmosphere of the Lightning, and it's taken about a year to get some quality players in, and that's where it's going to start because we play in a competitive area. From the GDFL now and the RAFL, very competitive. So we needed to bring some better quality players in.
And you have some good teams around you, such as York City. I don't know if they're still around. Of course, the Piranha, and then Chambersburg, not too far down the road from you.
Right.
But I'll tell you something, for a team that's been around for over a decade, I mean, this has got to be a big-time first step in the rebuilding part of your program. What do you think was the big difference in today's game?
Teamwork. A lot of the guys came in late during the season, and there was no animosity. We got to install what we needed to. The players listened very well. They're coachable, and they performed. They just went out and executed what we wanted them to.
And I think, too, that's a big thing. When you have team chemistry and you have speed, you may have been outnumbered in personnel, but I'll tell you what, when it comes to speed and heart, your players really demonstrate a heck of a lot. And you have some pretty darn good receivers with some very good feet. And I think that the league might take notice. I mean, as I asked the other players, what do you do after a win like this?
Only thing we can do is go forward, build on this, tweak a few things. Evaluate personnel, some different schemes we were working on, but the only thing we can do is go up from here.
And I think that's a great way to start things off. I mean, this time last year, did you have the same amount of players, or did you just not have the same quality that you have basically experienced and built up to this point?
Yeah, it's the level of talent this year has definitely improved. And anytime you rebuild a team, and me coming in as a new coach, there are certain things that I want our players to acknowledge and be disciplined and coachable. When you get those guys in with that type of experience and knowledge, it helps us as coaches. It helps our jobs to become easier, and that's what we're looking for.
Now, last year you lost twice to the Storm in a count of 24-5 and 14-0. What was the difference in tonight's game in comparison to the two games you played against the Storm last year?
More organized. We haven't gotten everything the way we want it and implemented yet, but the organizational factor, last year we were fly by the seat of our pants on the offensive side of the ball. Defense, it's easier to build a defense than it is an offense. But now that these guys know that a new system's in as far as offense, and they're learning it,
right,
and it's becoming second nature to them, that's the biggest difference.
And I think that's going to be a really big thing as you build. And I don't know what teams you have in your league, but did you? And some people have come up to me and said maybe the Storm just had a letdown game after scoring 103 consecutive points, but yet you had Sean Alexander throw that pick six a little more than 2 minutes in, and you basically led from start to finish. What do you think basically kept you guys going, even though the Storm tried to come through with a rally late?
Chemistry, being positive, not letting any adversity hold us down. That's what it takes to be a winner. I've played in championships myself, and no matter what happens on that football field, you have to play all 4 quarters, and you have to play until that last whistle blows. So it's a chemistry thing. These guys are working together. They're supportive of each other, and there's nobody putting anybody down. And that's the key to having a successful team.
Well, after a performance like this, I think you're going to be surprising a lot of people this year. So, Myron, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy this win, and hopefully we'll see you down the road.
All right, thank you.
Not a problem. Myron Selby, the head coach of the Lancaster Lightning, as his team gets a big win here over the Lehigh Valley Storm by a count of 28-17. I'll go ahead and recap the game for you real quick. First of all, of course, the game started with a pick six, a 60-yard interception return for a touchdown by number 9 himself, Sean Alexander, who intercepted. He fell on his back, got up, and made some nifty moves, returned the ball 60 yards for a score. And with the extra point, it was already 7-0. Then, kicker Bobby Eppelman for the Storm kicked a 26-yard field goal to make it 7-3. But then, a big 24-yard touchdown throw by quarterback E.J. Nemeth to Ray Lewis, the first of 2 touchdowns for Lewis today. The touchdown followed by an end-around 2-point conversion made the score 15-3 for the Lightning at quarter time. But the Storm came right back thanks to the Sean Mayer show. He ran 4 times for 60 yards, including a 24-yard touchdown run. The extra point was muffed, but it made it 15-9. But then, late in the first half, after another interception, one of 2 by Jimmy LeHue today, the Lancaster Lightning drove down the field again, got an 11-yard touchdown pass again to Ray Lewis, who caught a 45-yarder earlier in the drive. That made the count 22-9 at the half. They added another touchdown on a touchdown grab by Ivory Bradshaw, the third touchdown throw for E.J. Nemeth on today. That made it 28-9 after a missed extra point. That was a 3/4 time score. But then the Storm made it interesting with a 51-yard punt return for a touchdown by Stephen Lewis. They got the 2-point conversion to Agaman Moore, and that made it 28-17. But then after Nemeth threw a second interception of the game, Rodney Gilmore was the one who picked it off. The Storm just could not do anything with it. The defense dug deep for the Lancaster Lightning, and LeHue was shut out in the touchdown throw department for I believe the first time all year, first time since being shut out by the Central Penn Piranha about a month ago. So, there's your score, 28-17. The Lancaster Lightning, a team that did not win a game all year last year. Well, they can't say it this year. They're 1-0. The Lehigh Valley Storm 4-2 on the season after their 4-game win streak gets snapped here at home, here at Salisbury High School. Next week, the Lehigh Valley Storm take on the Red City Outlaws. Remember, a special 4 p.m. start time here at Salisbury High School in Allentown. Of course, if you want ticket information for that, go to lvstormfootball.com to check out the latest for the Lehigh Valley Storm. Once again, if you want to get a hold of me for anything, of course, with this podcast, you have, of course, reach my Facebook page, facebook.com/crazytom, twitter.com/crazytomshow, or send me an email, djkrayztom@comcast.net. Once more, facebook.com/crazytom, twitter.com/crazytomshow, or send me an email, djkrayztom@comcast.net. So that'll do it here from Allentown, Pennsylvania, and Salisbury High School here in Allentown. Your DJ Crazy Tom about to sign off, but once again giving you the final score. An impressive performance by the Lancaster Lightning as they defeat the Lehigh Valley Storm by a score of 28-17. Thanks for listening to this podcast. Your DJ Crazy Tom signs off for now. A presentation of the Lehigh Valley Storm, the Gridiron Developmental Football League, and the the RAFL, whatever it's called. Hope you enjoyed it. And for your Storm fans, hope for better luck next week.